Ladies and gentlemen, racers, fans, and friends around the world, tonight we do things a little different, because tonight isn't about Knuckleheadz racing. It's not about the cars or the checkered flag. It's not even about the drivers strapped in, ready to battle. Tonight, it's about one man, a legend with a microphone, the voice that brought dirt track racing to life. Bob or Nathan, as some call him, our mate from the land down under. For years, Bob has been the heartbeat of these races, calling every lap, every slide job, every heart-stopping moment. And when he's not on the mic, well, we imagine him chasing snakes through the outback, boxing kangaroos, or just sitting under a gum tree with a cup of tea and some fairy bread with sprinkles. He's got the accent that keeps us guessing, the words that make us laugh, and the passion that makes him family, Bob. Tonight, this is your night. This one's for you.
He's the man with the mic from the land of the sun, where the kangaroos jump and the wild runs. From the bush to the booth, he brought the heat, calling dirt track battles from seat to seat. Here's to Bob, yeah, the voice we all know, calling every slide, every high side show, from Australia's dust to our hometown clay. Bob, tonight this is your day. Fairy bread dreams and a slang so sweet, he'll make you laugh right out of your seat. Maybe boxing kangaroos or chasing snakes, but when he's on the mic, man, the earth shakes. Here's to Bob, yeah, the voice we all know, calling every slide, every high side show, from Australia's dust to our hometown clay. Bob, tonight this is your day. Every lap, every cheer, every turn in the night, you gave dirt track racing its soul, its light. Not just a friend, your family too. Bob, this song is just for you. Here's to Bob, yeah, the legend we know, calling every slide, every wild show, from the land down under to the Knucklehead crew. Bob, tonight we race for you. From all of us here at Knuckleheadz Racing, thank you for every lap, every word, and every year you've given us. This one's for you, mate.
Ladies and gentlemen, racers, fans, and friends around the world, tonight we do things a little different, because tonight isn't about Knuckleheadz racing. It's not about the cars or the checkered flag. It's not even about the drivers strapped in, ready to battle. Tonight, it's about one man, a legend with a microphone, the voice that brought dirt track racing to life. Bob or Nathan, as some call him, our mate from the land down under. For years, Bob has been the heartbeat of these races, calling every lap, every slide job, every heart-stopping moment. And when he's not on the mic, well, we imagine him chasing snakes through the outback, boxing kangaroos, or just sitting under a gum tree with a cup of tea and some fairy bread with sprinkles. He's got the accent that keeps us guessing, the words that make us laugh, and the passion that makes him family, Bob. Tonight, this is your night. This one's for you.
He's the man with the mic from the land of the sun, where the kangaroos jump and the wild runs. From the bush to the booth, he brought the heat, calling dirt track battles from seat to seat. are chasing snakes, but when he's on the mic, man, the earth shakes. Here's to Bob, yeah, the voice we all know, calling every slide, every high side show, from Australia's dust to our hometown clay. Bob, tonight this is your day. Every lap, every cheer, every turn in the night, you gave dirt track racing its soul, its light.
Alright, BobbethTV is live. You know what that means. We've got another episode of Mud Mule TV coming your way. We've got the Knuckleheadz iRacing League's third day of racing, the final day of their racing week. We'll get down to our track information, and we're here in Lima, USA for the Limaland Motorsports Park round of the Motor International Limited late models. We've got our Dirt Limited late models here out on the track. Nice, filthy. As you can see, let's get the race sound going. Let's get a look at some of these times on the track. 13 drivers have registered for today's race. We're going to see a Cruisey battle after our heat racing, 15 laps, and then our 75 lap main event. Standards 12.196, 12.253 and 12.256 for Brett Vanderwood and Brian Angel. Chris Standridge, Brett Vanderwood, Brian Angel. Yoda Outlaws have the 1, 2 and 3 quickest spots in practice. Wayne Bridges and John Bennett's 4th and 5th. So with Dale Scarborough here, as well as Mike Davis, Dawson Potter, Josh Roberts, Kelly McCullum, Mikey Mixter, Travis McDonald and Alan Hunt. That's weird. Went from 11 viewers apparently on the build-in to the intro video, but as soon as I went live, it dropped to 6. Appreciate you all. That was weird. Not that I care. It goes up and down. How are we all today? I should be kicking over to qualifying it very soon. Mad Dog out on the track. One of the rare race cars that does have my beautiful face on its roof. Points leader in today's competition. Travis McDonald has this one pretty much locked up. 19 points with about 5 races to go. So he will be starting rear of field in tonight's battle, regardless of where he qualifies. And yeah, we'll be flicking over to that qualifying in just a moment. That was Dennis. Thanks for the like earlier. Appreciate you, brother. Kelly McKellen, thank you for the share. Standridge, sup, Bobbo, sup, Chris O. Good luck out there, brother. Quick time in practice, 12.196. Let's see if you can replicate that in qualifying. But Yoda Outlaw is 1, 2 and 3 in practice. That's got to be a good feeling. Practice has come to an end. We're going to flick on over to qualifying in just a moment. Let's see if the Oda Outlaws boys can continue this Limaland run. Will Travis McDonald continue his run in the points? Will some of the other boys who have been stepping up be able to outperform them? We'll have to wait and see. The guys out straight onto the track there. Presented for Van Wood, Kelly McKellen, Wayne Bridges. Travis McDonald has locked in quick time with the 12.594. Alan Hunt 12.682. Oh, no, John Bennett 6.669, 12.669 and 12.682. Alan Hunt. Chris Dennis 12.703. Dawson Potter 12.715 with a 12.721 for Josh Roberts. Mikey Mixer 12.728 with a 12.754 for Brett Vanderwood. Mike Davis 12.763 and 12.766 for Brian Angel. Kellen McKellen with a 12.769 and a 12.770, 12.772 for Kellen McKellen, Wayne Bridges, and Dale Scarborough. All right, looks like everyone has qualified. We're just waiting on the qualifying time to run through. We'll get our heat racing action underway. A lot of racing to go forward today. 75 lap main event. All right, heat one lining up. Let's get our grid on our screens. 5-car heat's going to be Travis McDonald, Chris Standridge on that front row. Mikey Mixter and Brian Angel on that second row. Dale Scarborough will be on that third and final row. If anyone other than Travis McDonald wins this heat, they will start on the front row of the feature. If Travis McDonald wins, he's going to the rear of field, so it will be heat 3 that decides our pole position starter. 6 laps, Limaland Motorsports Park, the Motorwear International Limited late models for Knuckleheadz iRacing League. Exclusively on Mud Mule TV, courtesy of BobbethTV, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Pace trucks left the track. The boys going to get this one underway in just a moment. Chris Standridge, Travis McDonald, front row. Right, actually, Mike Mixter, Dale Scarborough, the final 2 rows. Looks like Chris is going to go the outside run on Travis there and build a bit of momentum. It looks like teammate Brian Angel almost came into contact with Travis McDonald, but backed off just in time. We're still able to get Chris past him though. Moving in to our race lead, just look at securing the pole position start in our feature race here. Actually, no, the pole position start in the Cruisey. No, feature, because the heat guys go straight through to the feature. It's the remaining teams that race in at the Cruisey. Water. Still Chris Dowdge, Travis McDonald, Brian Angel, Mikey Mixter, Dale Scarborough. Brian Angel looks like he's moving into second around the outside of Travis, similar to what Chris Standridge did. Travis is going to try and fight him off though. It's the white flag lap as we go down the backstretch for the last time. Brian Angel's last chance to get up into that second place finishing position. Can he come racing out of the exit and get it? Really, he does. Just beating Travis McDonald to that line, but Chris Standridge, our Heat 1 victor. And our pole position starter in the feature race. Congratulations, Chris. Right, Dale Scarborough finished in at 5th. Mikey Mixter 4th. Travis McDonald 3rd. Yoda Outlaws, Brian Angel and Chris Standridge secured the 2nd and 1st slots. Let's get over to the grid for Heat 2. 4-car heat. It's going to be John Bennett and Dawson Potter on that front row. Brett Vanderwood and Kelly McKellen on that second. Alright, Heat 2's underway. John Bennett, Dawson Potter, Brett Vanderwood, Kelly McKellen. John Bennett, Dawson Potter, Brett Vanderwood, Kelly McKellen. They are the 4 cars in this round. In this heat, rather. John Bennett will be joining Chris Standridge on that front row. Fourth time down that backstretch, 3 in, 3 still to come. Excuse me. Here's currently John Bennett, Dawson Potter, Brett Vanderwood, Kelly McKellen. That is the 4-car field for Heat 2. Motor International Limited late models for the Knuckleheadz iRacing League. Flag lap is just about completed. John's going to come out of 4 for that last time, get the checkered flag. 1 minute 15 for a heat race. That is quick. Alright, our Heat 2 results as they line up for our 3rd and final heat for the night. Yoda Outlaws, Brett Vanderwood in 4th. Mo Dicky Murphy's Kelly McKellen in 3rd. KHR's Dawson Potter in 2nd. But J&J and BAM Motorsports driver John Bennett will secure the Heat 2 victory. Our grid for our final heat for the racing week, it's going to be Alan Hunt and Josh Roberts on that front row, Michael Mad Dog Davis and Wayne Bridges on that second and final row. This truck's going to leave the track. It's going to come out of 3 and 4 here, get this one started. The final heat race for our racing week for the Knuckleheadz iRacing League. After tonight, just 1 month's worth of racing to go for the seasons. We are getting ready to crown our champions. Josh Roberts off to a great start there. Looks like Alan Hunt a little bit loose on start. Oh, Travis McDonald. Sorry, Travis McDonald. Wayne Bridges. No, Mike Davis, sorry, down low. Got caught up in the infield tyres. That has dropped him right off of that field as we have Josh Roberts, Alan Hunt and Wayne Bridges, the 42, the 72, the 92. Lots of twos in this race. Halfway mark of this heat race. 3 in, 3 to come. No, that is it. 2 to go. And 3 and 4 for that second. Last time is Josh Roberts. Heat 3 done and dusted. And we can see there Modig Murphy's Michael Mad Dog Davis in 4th. Wayne Bridges, Wayne's World Racing Series, Wayne Bridges in 3rd. Alan Hunt 2nd, but J&J Motorsports driver Josh Roberts makes his way through to our feature race. Our first consi for the night will be 15 laps. It is going to be Brian Angel and Dawson Potter on that front row. Alan Hunt and Travis McDonald on that second row. Third row is going to be Kelly McKinnon and Wayne Bridges. Mikey Mixter and Brent Vanderwood on that 4th row. And the 5th row will be Michael Mad Dog Davis and Dale Scarborough. Brian Angel Senior, thank you for the like. Appreciate it. Good luck out there in the B main. All right, while they're getting ready to line up, I'll be back in just 1 moment. All right, one more time down at that back stretch. The pace truck will leave the track in just a moment. We're going to get our 15-lap consi battle underway. Coming on the 5. Wayne Bridges, Brett Vanderwood, Mikey Mixon, Mike Davis, Dale Scarborough, the 10. Dawson Potter really not letting up on that lead battle there with Brian Angel. Travis McDonald's trying to defend against Alan Hunt and Wayne Bridges, as well as make his way up through the field. It's not going to matter for Travis because he's got an EOL start regardless. But certainly bragging rights up for grabs. One of those cars, 41, Dale Scarborough, got unstuck there, and he's a lap down. He's headed into the pit lane. Obviously, he might have lost a tyre there. Just comes back out on the track now, 2 laps down. Lap 6 of 15. Our race leader still Brian Angel, Dawson Potter and Travis McDonald side by side for second and third. You've got Wayne Bridges in fourth, Alan Hunt fifth, Brett Vanderwood, Kellen McKellen, Mikey Mixon, Mike Davis, Dale Scarborough 6 to 10. Lap 11 of 15 down that backstretch. Brian Angel still a race leader. Dawson Potter's managed to hold off Travis McDonald for that second place charge, with Alan Hunt and Wayne Bridges still in fourth and fifth. To go 14 time down this backstretch. 15 times is the total. Brian Angel will get the white flag, 1 lap to go. Just try and hold on. He's not going to be able to catch up to Brian here, but he will hold on for a second place. Finish in the Consi run here. All right, that is it. Just one more main event to go. 75 laps here at Limaland Motorsports Park. Lima, USA, Lima, however you want to refer to it. But first, let's get to our Consi results. In 10th spot will be Dale Scarborough. Modig Mafia's Mike Davis in 9th. Yoda Outlaws Brett Vanderwood in 8th, with Mikey Mixer in 7th. Modig Mafia teammate Kellen McKellen in 6th. And then our top 5. For the Wayne's World Racing Series, Wayne Bridges in 5th, Alan Hunt 4th, Travis McDonald 3rd, KHR's very own Dawson Potter in 2nd, but Yoda Outlaws Brian Angel will secure the B main victory, get the outside pole position, outside second row start. Let's get over to our grid. We know there's going to be Chris Standish and John Bennett front row, Josh Roberts, Brian Angel second row, third row will be Dawson Potter and Wayne Bridges, Alan Hunt and Mike Mixter on that 4th row. 5th row, Kellen McKellen and Mike Davis, Brett Vanderwood and Travis McDonald. So Brett Vanderwood and Dale Scarborough on that 6th row. 7th row will be Travis McDonald. Dean, Robert, Richardson, Robbo with a like on Facebook. Thank you, Robbo. Appreciate you, brother. quality race. 75 laps underway. Chris Andrews, John Bennett, Josh Ross, Brian Angel, Wayne Bridges, Mike Reese, Dorsey Potter, Alan Hunt, Mike Davis, Brett Vanwood, Dale Scarborough, Travis McDonald, Kelly McKellen has retired. Just 12 cars on the field. Not sure what happened to Kelly. If you're in the chat, Kelly, let us know. Wish you the best of luck with any other racing that you have got on. Josh Roberts off to a great start there. Chris Dandridge, John Bennett, Dawson Potter, Brian Angel with 5. Josh really working that low line there. Chris trying to get that outside run momentum. It's normally, well, not the other way around, but normally Josh up high. He's very uncharacteristically down at low, and he's going to get freight trained by both Chris and John Bennett if he's not careful. Move that up the midline a little bit. See if that helps. Doesn't. Really needs to get up in between John Bennett and Brian Angel there to try and save that run. Oh, he just got it up there in time. Holy cow, that was close. Still keeping it down just a little bit. Screen, there's my cameras. Lap 10 of 75. John Bennett, Josh Ross, Brian Andrew, Mike Reese at the 5. Wayne Bridges, Dawson Potter, Alan Hunt, Brett Vanwood, and Travis McDonald at the 6 and 10. Mike Davis, Dale Scarborough around at the 11th and the 12th slots. Kelly McKellen has retired, did not take the feature field. All right, lap 14 of 75. Chris Dandridge is our new race leader. John Bennett, well, not our new race leader, he's our current race leader. John Bennett second, Josh Robertson third, Brian Angel, Mike Reese fourth and fifth. Outside the top 5, Wayne Bridges just ahead of him in 6th place as they keep racing their way forward. Dawson Potter back there in 8th, and we see Travis McDonald in 9th. All right, Chris Dandridge coming up on the first third of this race, almost 25 laps in of 75. As our race leaders still have John Bennett and Josh Roberts, Brian Edgell and Mikey Mix to 4th and 5th. Wayne Bridges, Alan Hunt, Trust McDonald, Bill Spotter, Mike Davis the top 6 to 10. Dale Scarborough and Brett Vanderwood 11th and 12th, with Kellen McKellen not taking our racing field. Coming up on lap 30 as the all right, as we hit lap 30 of 75, I'm just going to step away from the mic for 2 or 3 minutes. I apologize, but I won't go into too many details, but I'll be back in a moment. But it is unavoidable. I'll apologize and be back soon. All right, we are lap 45 of 75, almost 10 minutes in to this feature race for the Knuckleheadz iRacing League's Motor International Limited late models here at Limaland Motorsports Park. I apologise for that dead air for a bit there, but it was unfortunately unavoidable. But I'm back now. Oh, running over my pant legs, slow with my chair. Go. Chris Standridge still our race, leader with John Bennett, Josh Roberts still our top three, Mike Mixter and Brian Angel fourth and fifth. Travis McDonald, Alan Hunt, Wayne Bridges, Dawes Potter, Brett Vanderwood, our 6 to 10 with Mike Davis and Dale Scarborough in that 11th and 12th spot. What a green flag run here at Limaland Motorsports Park. We're 2/3 of the way into this feature race. Less than 25 laps remain in this battle. This one has been a racy affair. Travis McDonald outside the top 5, and as he is our points lead, he would want to try and maximise that points gain. Standridge actually in 5th place in points as he leads this race. Standridge coming up on some lapped traffic there. Gets around teammate Brett Vanderwood from Yoda Outlaws. John Bennett, Josh Roberts coming around that high line quite quickly after Chris got held up by Brent, but Chris able to move on. He's up with Kellen McKellen back out on the track, 24 laps down, but he's back out on the track. Welcome back, brother. Excuse me, lap 61 of 75 as John Bennett and Josh Roberts still racing second and third, getting their way around lap traffic. Chris Standridge has got himself past Kelly McKellen. He is coming up on the 44, the 92, etc. So we'll have another lot of lap traffic to deal with soon, but Josh Roberts, John Bennett battling it out. Of 75, just 10 laps remain in this Motorwear International Limited late model battle. It has been a green flag doozy. We have not had a yellow flag yet, and I feel like it's safe to say that. It's safe to bring that up with about 8 laps to go. Can't really jinx it too much from this point onwards. Chris Standridge has a 2.1 second lead on John Bennett, 2.5 on Josh Roberts. has been basically 85 laps of green flag running, counting the consolation race, 15-lap consolation battle before this one. Not a yellow flag has been thrown. All teammates Brian Angel and Brett Vanderwood there, almost getting into each other. Travis McDonald back there in that top 6 still. No, moves up into top 5 as he gets that car past the 7 of Brian Angel. Brett Vanderwood up ahead of him though. Is that going to hold him up enough for Brian to get that spot back? Andrews coming up on lap traffic in the form of Wayne Bridges as he gets the white flag lap. This will be it. We are going to run a 17-minute limited late model feature race. 75 laps in 17 freaking minutes. That is a blast of a race. Holy cow. Congratulations, Chris. Let's get our official results as they come available. Here we go. All right, we know that Kelly McKellen did not start the race with everyone else from MoTo Mafia, but did come in 25 laps late and finish the rest of those 50 laps. So he'll be scored in 13th for MoTo Mafia. Alongside him will be Mike Mad Dog Davis, MoTo Mafia teammate, in 12th. Dale Scarborough finished 11th with Yoda Outlaws. Brett Vanderwood in 10th. KHR's very own Dawson Potter in 9th with Wayne's World Racing Series Wayne Bridges in 8th. Alan Hunt 7th. Travis McDonald in 6th. Yoda Outlaws Brian Angel in the top 5. Mikey Mixter got our 4th slot with J&J Motorsports and BAM Motorsports driver John Bennett in 3rd. J&J Motorsports Josh Roberts in 2nd. But Yoda Outlaws Chris Standridge will take out the victory here tonight. Let's get his deets on our screen. And we'll get over and have a chat with him. Let's make sure the interview channel is open. It is. All right, where were we? Discord, Chris. All right, we jump in to the winner's booth with this man. Took out Heat 1 victory. Looked like Travis McDonald was going to score the Heat 1 victory, but that outside line came in early. Or too much faith in the low line, I guess, is probably more the issue with Travis in that one. You're able to get past him, Chris, secure that Heat 1 victory. Gave you the pole position start, and it looked like we could have called this R3 iRacing at one point, because it was you, Josh, and John 1, 2, and 3, and we haven't seen that sort of 1, 2, and 3 run in quite some time. You are basically considered the oldest parts of the furniture in the building, you three. So it was good to see. Was it a little bit nerve-wracking knowing that they were back there behind you, or were you confident that Josh and John would battle themselves enough that they possibly wouldn't really impact you early on in that race?
Oh man, I'll tell you, anytime John's behind you, you got to stay nervous.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I'm the one he earned that nickname on, because he's beat me on the last lap numerous times. I will say I kind of had you on the back screen over here, and I just kept thinking to myself, Bob, shut up, because in those last laps you kept saying, oh no, it's almost over now, and
The caution, no caution, 7 laps to go.
And I'm sitting here going, shut up.
I thought I'd test my luck. Let's see exactly how much influence I can have on a said race. Give me one moment. Dog's deciding he wants to interview in the background, but won't shut up. Yeah. No, look, I was testing our luck there, but that was what 75 plus 15, 90 laps. A green flag. Well, I don't think we even had a caution. We had a spin out in one of the heats, but no yellow flag called. So what's that? 18, 33. Plus 75. That is over 100 green flag laps that you guys have run tonight. I can't remember the last time we did a green flag feature run, let alone 75 laps. How are the fingers? The knuckles get pretty wide in these races as it is, and the lack of inhaling as well as exhaling sort of kicks in. How are you feeling at the end of this?
I mean, I don't know, man. I'll tell you, I just every now and then, it's so hard to look down. There's no mirrors, and it's so hard to look down the relative to see where the other cars are. But when I would try to sneak a look every now and then and just kind of see where they were, and fortunately, when we got into the lap traffic, it seemed like the numbers just kept getting bigger, so that was able to keep me calm. And then it was just a matter of not spinning out, not running into somebody else. So after that, it was pretty good. I did go back and look. I think I accidentally chopped John on the start. I apologize, John. I really didn't mean that. Couldn't start a turn there.
I'm sure he deserved it for whatever reason. But now, look, points-wise, you're currently in fifth with 4 weeks to go. I think mathematically it's a bit tricky for some of you guys to sort of come up and win this one. But like I've been saying to you all week, to you guys, every point matters. So if you can take those extra points away from those guys in the championship battle, that's only going to make the every race just that little bit more exciting for me at least to broadcast, because obviously those points gaps getting a little bit closer coming into tonight. Travis did have a 19-point lead over your teammate Brian Angel. He's only going to pick up about 5 points here. Brian Angel just ahead of him, so the gap really not closing that much. But every point that you can sort of take away from Travis, it does help Brian with that points battle. So with 4 weeks to go, I think Oswego next week, Eldora, Volusia, Charlotte. Look, yeah, mathematically, I feel like Travis is sort of already being considered for that championship. But I feel like if you guys keep putting that pressure on, we can do the traditional Knuckleheadz thing and bring it down to the wire. Jonathan Fox with only 1 point behind Angel. He's not here this week, obviously, so that will put him a little bit further behind the 8 ball. But there's a few other guys there that can really try and minimise how many points Travis gets and make that run to the finish a lot harder than it could be. Brian Angel, senior teammate in the chat. Nice win, Chris. You're one of those guys that. I don't. What would you pick as your favorite? I feel like if I had to pick the top 3 cars that you race in, I would say modifieds, late models, and sprint cars. Would that be a fair sort of call? See, I always rate you whenever we have modified races. I always rate you at the start of a race, and you tend to. I don't know if it's maybe a lack of pressure, because I guess you feel like you don't need to perform in those, and it doesn't. It sort of takes away from it. But I've always rated you in a UMP.
No, I run them in real life, and in real life, they're just really nothing like they are in the game. So I get frustrated with them in the game. I don't have much fun. I've had a few lucky wins in it, but that's all. Usually, I just don't do very well in them. So I don't like the way they drive. They just, it throws me off. The lower powered engines, though, the 305s and the limited late models, we've run those a lot, so I'm used to them, and I like running them a lot.
Yep.
Dirt street stocks were always kind of in the middle, but for some weird reason this year I've been doing well. So at the moment they're kind of my favorites. So
the street stocks, yeah, that's always. The dirt street stocks fairly hotly contested competition. Your the Vilicious points haven't been updated yet, but 2 points in the lead in that one. And I think if we have a look at the Arse series, you're in the count up there. Yeah, you're in second by about 3 points. So, yeah, street stocks definitely seem to be the season for you this season, whether it's the dirt ones or the Arse series. And that's what I think it's like. I think that sort of fits in with what I was trying to suggest with the UMPs, is that it's funny. Someone can look at a driver and sort of go, I like them in this, or I think they do really well in this. But then there's other divisions where there's, I guess, no pressure or no expectation. And that's where, the street stocks and you can sort of, I won't say surprise yourself, because I feel like that's an unfair statement, but you can, because of that lack of pressure, you don't overdrive, you don't overthink it, you just sort of take everything as it comes. And as you know, Josh Roberts, probably the most famous driver in the league to have said this, but a lot of you guys have raised this sentiment. I would rather be lucky than good.
Oh yeah.
Lucky, yeah, good doesn't pay the bills. Lucky gets you there at the end of the day. And like you say, you know, John Bennett literally got the heartbreaker name because of a lot of racing that you guys have had together, stealing the races on the last lap. So, you know, it's finishing ahead of him is a win in itself, but then getting the win as well against a number of these guys. You know, Dawson Potter, he picked up the victory a couple of weeks ago. Where we don't have last week's points. I'm not sure if you got last week's victory, but yeah, it's actually I think it was Wayne Bridges last week, wasn't it?
Can't
From
remember
memory.
now. It was 2 weeks ago, I think.
Yeah, it was. Let's have a look. No, that's the R series, Bob. God, I am so terrible with my organisation. It was Travis last week, Wayne the week before. So yeah, so it's sort of like it's great that everyone's those that get an opportunity aren't letting that slip, and we sort of saw that throughout the start of the week as well with guys like Alan Hunt, Dawson Potter picking up another victory in a league race as well. Alan Hunt almost picking up the victory, Dawson taking the win, and stuff like that. So as we come down to those final 4 weeks, I guess the message to everyone outside of your points leaders and outside of you and Travis on a couple of those championships is do as well as you can, please, because like I say, it takes all those points away from those that are really fighting for them. And is only going to make the competition fiercer as the weeks narrow down. 4 to go. We're not going to wish them away, but I want to see those points as close as possible with about 2 weeks to go so we can have some amazing championship battles and leave it down to the checkered flag, which is something that you guys really do leave it all out on the track on the race day. All right, I'm starting to waffle a little bit, so I'm going to wrap up. Congratulations, man. Always a pleasure having you in the booth. And like we've said in the last month or two now, is it 2 months now? It's about 6 weeks that Yoda Outlaws is, it's a really good look on you. It's really working out for all of you guys. You were 1, 2, and 3 in the practice times as well. So it's clear that not only as a league do you guys share information, but as a team, you know, that information that you're sharing is obviously keeping everyone on a very similar footing in a very similar place. So that's great. It's only going to take everyone along with you, Brian, and yourself in the top 5 here tonight. Brett, unfortunately, a little bit of unlucky track placement, but you know, it can be any combo of you guys up in that top 5. You're quite consistent, so congratulations and well done again on getting picked up by Yoda. It's really worked out well for you.
Yeah, I'm going to dedicate this win to the Yoda guys because they've given me a couple of tips on the stuff I don't know about with the steering wheels and the Logitech and stuff. Like, I mean, I've just been running factory settings, and they're like, "Oh no, you need to do this," and so I twisted a little bit. And tonight's really the first night I've really run with the new settings. And boy, let me tell you, I mean, at the end of the race there, when it really counted, the car handled way better than it's ever handled. I mean, it was beautiful. So yeah, I got a huge shout out to Brent and Brian because without them, I don't think I'd have had this one.
No, definitely. It is like we say. I couldn't isolate any one thing that's made you better, but it is clear that the Yoda Outlaw stuff is just popped that little bit of a pedestal under you and raised you up just that little bit more. Not that you needed it really, but it is definitely paying dividends. All right, look, you've shouted out the team. Let's shout them out again, along with friends, family, and sponsors. But who do you want to officially give a shout out to for making all this possible?
Oh yeah, again another shout out to the Yoda boys because man, they're awesome. They're so much fun to hang around. And then shout out to the wife who's patiently waiting for me to wrap this up and go get some dinner and what have you. So and then shout out to my kids. They were my students at school. They were well behaved today, so I was a little more sane than usual at night. So and shout out to all the guys who when I came around the track, like nobody veered or did anything stupid. Everybody just held their line. That was beautiful, great racing. So appreciate everybody. Again, I just want to throw out an apology to John. I just really cut him off on that first lap. I did not mean to at all. So apologies on that one. So,
no.
but,
like we said, you no doubt deserved it.
Yeah, I don't know about that. But anyway, yeah, thanks to you, Bob. I appreciate all you do here. It's been a lot of fun.
No, that is my pleasure. The easiest job in all of the setup is mine, so I'll take that. All right, well, look, that's us for another racing a week. I know you guys do potentially have one more race tomorrow. The short track, it's not short track, sorry, that's the super speedway stuff, isn't it? The can't remember what cars you race on that, but I know that you do have it.
Arca Dega.
That's it, Arca Dega. That's the one. I really should get my sim. I've cleaned my pedals off and I haven't tested them to see if they're working yet, but I really should.
These races have been a blast. Yeah.
I love
Anytime
anything on Speedway.
Limaland is running a race, you know it's going to be fun.
That is a certainty. Those two things mutually exclusive. Also, well, look, best of luck with that one tomorrow. I hope to see you guys on the track eventually. I say that every week, but I will get there one day. But until then, we'll wrap up our racing a week. We'll see you again Sunday night, American, Monday morning, Australian, to do it all over again with the Reese Monument Dirt Street Stocks and the KP Plumbing European Modifiers. And yeah, just 1 month to go before we crown 5 new champions.
Or one and a whole lot of second places.
Well, 5 divisions worth of champions. How's that?
Yeah, there you go.
It's Cody McDonald 2 seasons ago all over. No, that's all right. All right, we'll let you go, man. You have a great rest of the evening. Love to the family, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Thanks a lot, Bob. Have a good one.
You too, man. Bye. All right, that was Chris Darrage, our winner here tonight in what was a blistering hour-long broadcast, one of our quickest broadcasts in a long, long time. Big shout out to Thomas Dennis, Callum McCullum, Chris Darrage, Brian Angel, Robbo, and Brian Angel, Senior. No, he shared and liked, so he gets the double shout out. He was also in the chat as with Chris, so he gets a shout out there as well. Thank you to everyone that came along and just lurked in the background to watch the racing. I appreciate you. Without you, we would have no one to show our show to, so thank you so, so much. Yeah, that's me for the racing week, so I'm going to let you all go. You all have a great rest of your evening, great rest of your racing week, and I'll see you again next week. Love you all. Bye.